this support. Here's a long-term chart. It's actually over an 18-month period, and it has some really well-defined lines of resistance and support, and I've gone ahead and numbered them. And we can see here the stock is coming back up, and so we call number one resistance. And when a stock can't break through resistance, what happens? It goes back looking for support. We can see some support in this area. And it tries again, and it pulls back. Finally, it's able to break through, but this is what they call consolidation. The price is not quite sure, but it's not breaking away from this line in a dramatic fashion. So this leads us to believe that this consolidation is in fact going to allow the stock to continue its upward movement. Another way that we can see that is that we have a low here, and we have a low here, and we have a low here. So as long as our lows are getting higher, that's a really positive sign for the stock as well, and reinforces that this stock is likely to continue in the uptrend. So it breaks through any resistance here, and we can see it's created a new point of resistance where now the buyers are starting to tread more carefully, and there's likely profit taking, especially if you came in at this point. This looks like some pretty good profit. And what happens then is that process brings the stock all the way back down to support. So we have A1 here. So 1 was resistance. A1 is now support. And it goes up, not quite as high as it did here, and it pulls back and creates a second point of support. And remember I said it's kind of like a mirror. We had 2 points of resistance. Now we have these 2 definite points of support. So again, it travels, it comes into this range, breaks above, and in this case there was a real strong running. So this probably was supported by a positive chart in the markets in general, the Dow, the TSX. And we can see, so we have a new point of resistance. And again, tremendous money here, so people are going to be profit taking. And here's the fear, right? All of a sudden people go, whoa, and everybody starts dumping. And then here you can see, well, people are getting back in. Maybe there's still some opportunity. And here is support. So here's the fear because it's not going any higher. But all of a sudden now the buyers are sitting, hey, this looks like opportunity again. And you can see our level resistance of resistance 3 now becomes our level 3 support. And you can see it was one sort of breakthrough and one pullback. So here the market's trying to decide what it's going to do. And it came all the way back to this support. Now this is a breakdown because it didn't really hold significantly here. You can see it tried. And there it came all the way back to this point. But look, this point, we know about it. It's been established in the past. This was our line of resistance back here. And here we are more than a year later. Well, approximately a year, June to June. More than a year here, we came back to the same point to find support. It broke up. Now it came back, and we're at that third level again. So it's really interesting how the market, I mean, this is a large span from top to bottom. We're from here $104 to $125, and yet and over a long period of time, and we can see significant points of support and resistance. So that's why I mentioned earlier that it's critical to technical analysis. It is. It can be used on a short-term time frame, such as a day, but it's also quite relative on a longer-term chart when you're investing for the